Hello, welcome back to the third installment of Router How-To and Practical Application. In this episode, I'll be putting the size onto the shelving unit. The top shelf and the bottom shelf are already cut out, so now just the sides need to be done. So let's make it happen. This is the piece cut out, and this is going to give us the back and the right side. Now we'll cut the middle shelf groove into the back wall. This is the completed left side. You can see the groove for the shelf and also the groove cut for the back wall. So where we're at now is we have the top done, we have the bottom shelf done, we have the left, the back, the right, and the front right walls all cut out. Now let's take a quick look at what those pieces all look like. These are all the pieces laid out. We have the top shelf here, the bottom shelf, the back wall, the right side wall, the right front wall, and the left wall. What we're going to do now is we've got our orbital sander, our 220 grit, and our 60 grit sandpaper. I'm going to sand everything top and bottom, and then I will put a coat of primer on it, and then I'm going to spray paint it white. And now all the pieces are sanded. We're going to start the process of spray painting the pieces of wood. What I'm going to do is use a primer to first prepare the wood for the white that I'm going to be spraying it with. These things will make your life a lot easier. You just clip onto the spray paint cans, and they have a little lever here that actuates the spray paint tip. Makes it a lot less tiring than using your finger to continually press that. I'd also suggest having a mask if you're going to be doing it indoors. If you're going to be spray painting inside, I would also suggest getting a ventilator. This is pretty nice. You turn it on, there's a fan in here, it sucks air through here, and then out the tube and then out the door over there. Pretty simple, pretty easy to set up. There are a lot of ways to spray paint. You can set it down on a table and spray paint one side at a time, but the downside to that is you can only spray paint one side at a time unless you hold it up, spray paint the other side. But if you set it down, it's going to pick up, the wet paint's going to pick up a lot of crap from that, from the ground or from whatever you're setting it on top of. So what I've done here is set up these bungee cords, and I just use a drill, some of these pins here, and what the pins do is latch onto these bungee cords here and are connected to the wood, like so, or so, however you want to do it. The drill bit is to put the hole into it without doing too much damage to the wood. And when you have it set up like this, you can spray paint each side and the bottoms and sides, corners, and all that. This is what I'm going to be using as a primer. It's just a flat white primer, and what it does is it provides a surface for the color to adhere to. Now that all the pieces are painted, let's take a look. Wow, that's never worked before. These are all the pieces laid out and painted, and the next step in the process is to put it all together. So this is the shelf all fit together. You can see here the areas in which I've designed it to overlap, fit into grooves. The groove all the way in the back, the groove fit all the way around the top, and also the sides. So there are very few exposed sides. At any point there's only about an 1/8 inch of exposed sides anywhere on the shelf. We're going to move it inside and put it where it's going to go. This is where the shelf's going to fit into. It's going to butt up against this wall here and the shelving here. I've cut it short enough so that it'll fit just against these pieces of flash here. Let's go ahead and put it in and see how it looks. The shelf is in, and it is a almost perfect fit. I'm about a 1/4 inch over here, but other than that, it's exactly like I wanted it to be. It makes the maximum use of the closet space by utilizing an L-shaped design, and it's built sturdy enough to last longer than I need it to. I consider every project a journey, and I want to thank you guys for coming along for the ride. If this is the first one of my videos you've watched, you can check out my channel and look at part 1 and 2. If you've seen part 1 and 2, that's awesome. I'm glad you could see it from start to finish. If you found this video interesting, there will be more posted just like it, and also of other things that I enjoy doing. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.